Everybody, I hope you're doing well, that you're happy and healthy. I want to come on tonight and talk to you more in depth about emotional connections and personal relationships and why that's so important, because it really is. And I've been really at this again all day, no kidding, all day long. But I don't want to give up. I don't give up easily, no way. So I'm determined, in other words, to get this out to all of you. Papa really wants to. My emotions are all over the place because Papa has me feel what I'm going to speak to you about, right? I told you that, which is a blessing and a curse at the same time. Let me just say that because it's hard on me, but it helps you because it helps me channel the messages better to all of you. So that's all that matters to me. I'll figure it out. Okay. Anyway. All right. So let's go back to my last video. Okay, I spoke about intimacy and what that really means. It's not just about the physical part of a relationship, right? I said that. It's not. It's mostly that close, getting to be really close and having that deep connection, like that deep soul connection bond with someone else. It's really into me, see, right? So yeah, and that's mostly done through sharing our emotions with each other. Why is that important for us to do that? Well, because that's where we will get the most fulfillment out of our relationships, our personal relationships. That will help us experience true love, and that will help us feel unconditional love as well. So that's the love that Papa gives us, and that's the love that He intended for all of us to have, and what we deserve. Oh, I got a friend out there. I don't know if you can hear him. I might have to let him in. We'll see. So anyway. Aw, poor baby. It's okay. I'll let you in a minute. We'll see how it goes. Okay, separation anxiety. Oh no. So yeah. So that's the way that Papa, that's the most beautiful love you can ever experience in your life. So let's first go into a prayer, right, like I always do. Thank you, Papa, God, all of our angels, spirit guides, for loving us, guiding us, supporting us, protecting us every day on our journey, and in helping me channel these important messages to all of you today. And my poor little guy needs to come in, so I might try this with my kittens. I don't know how it's gonna go though if I do this, all right? So let's try. They're having an emotional meltdown because I've been so busy speaking of emotions. So let's comfort them a little bit. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Come on. Hey, how are you? Come on in. It's okay. Okay, we'll see how it goes. And then it'll give me a little more air, which will help me channel the messages again much better to all of you. All right. Well, thank you, Papa. Thank you. Let's first talk about emotions. Okay? Yeah. All right. Fun topic, right? Yeah, right. No. Far from it. It's hard for a lot of us. This topic is hard for a lot of us. Hey. Hi, guys. Okay. Right. God created us to have emotions, to feel them, to be able to express them. If He didn't want us to, He would not have given us that. Right? He wouldn't have. So, but we have to do it in a healthy way. That's one thing. We have to do it. We can express anger, sadness, happiness. Well, that's usually healthy anyway. But all those feelings and emotions, but in a healthy way. Just to make sure that, I say that. Unfortunately, a lot of us have a hard time with that. Why is that? Because we've experienced some real painful things in our life that cause us to have problems with trust. That, so we don't want to open ourselves up, or again, fear of getting hurt again. Right? I can relate to that. Can you? And then society as a whole, society programs us, unfortunately, not to express or feel emotions. They discourage it anyway. And that's not healthy. What happens when you can't do that? It builds up, right? You bottle them up, and it builds up, and it builds up, and it builds up until it's like this huge volcano that just explodes, or you implode, or something like that. It's really devastating. It's really horrible, because it will really rob you of your happiness. Ultimately, it will even take your life in extreme cases. So it's so important. Emotions. This is a very, very, very important topic to discuss. The more I'm going into it, the more I realize that through Papa. Okay. So, yeah. Emotional connections. Well, why is that great to have, for one? Because emotional connections is the glue that holds the relationship together. It helps your relationship withstand any obstacle that life throws at you, for one. Yeah, you can get through anything together with it. And because it's that deep soul bond connection. Now it goes deep, right? And then what it also does is, this is beautiful. Someone had, I researched this, and it was actually, someone said that it's synergy between two personalities that allows each other to grow, but it also helps you, gives you the person that you're with the security when you fall. Yeah. And we all fall in life, right? And you know what that means. We all have struggles in life and things that happen, and we need each other to help get us through those difficult times in our life, right? So that's what it does when you have an emotional connection, a really deep connection with each other. And what does it do? How? Because it gains trust, it respect, and again, gives you security, safety. You have to be open. This is another difficult one, a difficult topic. I know, I get it. You have to be open and vulnerable with each other. You have to be able to share your emotions, all of them, the good, the bad, the ugly. You do, in a healthy way, in a respectful way, of course. when they're negative, to me they're negative only if they become very severe, and they can cause harm. But all emotions, again, are there for a reason, and we have to express it. But if you're more open, you have to be open, because you have to share those emotions, right? And because that'll help you. If you can do that, then you can work through whatever it is that's causing, if it's anger or sadness. Even it's great to share happiness with someone, right? That feeling of just all the emotions. Because you have to be able to work through those emotions, and find compromise with each other, a compromise with that. Because then when you're able to do that, then you're able to forgive each other as well. First, you feel understood. You can work through them, and you can forgive each other. Without it, you can't, and you end up walking away much easier from each other and pushing each other away. So it's really important. It makes us feel accepted, understood, loved, and comfortable to be you. It really does when you can do that. When you can express yourself and share your emotions with each other, it brings you closer. You really get to know who you're with. Really, you become friends. You develop a friendship, right? You've developed that foundation. That glue. It glues you together. Yeah. So it strengthens your bond, basically. Yeah. So you need to be able to share your experiences, right? Your life experiences, your goals, your dreams, what you've been through in your life. And it's all part of it. Now, if you're having problems, which a lot of us do, to be open and vulnerable because of whatever happened in our life, right? If it's due to a negative, bad experience where we've been hurt before and we're having trust issues and we're afraid to get hurt again, like I said, then we really have to step back and try to find out, really think about those and try to work through those emotions if you know what it is. If you don't, then you have to step back and try to figure out what it is that's causing you to be that way, right? And then if you can't, then you go and get some help. Get some counseling, which is a strength. Again, it's not a weakness. It's a good thing because it makes you healthy and everyone else around you healthy, right? So that's good. It's positive. Because if you don't, right? If you go into a relationship and you're not open and you're not able to do all that, then what you're doing basically is you're going into it with an open wound. And what do they do? What do wounds do? Open wounds will bleed. So it'll bleed into your relationship and it ultimately can destroy it. So yeah, it's that serious. It can be. It helps you to communicate better when you can as well. But again, let me go back. Openness, right? You can do something about it. You really can. There's ways that you can work on learning how to be more open. Okay? One way I can share with you is you choose a friend or a family member if you're really close to someone that you do really trust. Go ahead and open up a little bit. It's going to take time. Over time, you'll be able to open up more and more and more. But, again, just you have to do the work, right? So that's one way you can do that. baby steps. Sometimes. That's okay. So communicating gets easier too, right? When you have that emotional connection, because you feel like your partner understands you, they listen to you, they validate your feelings, you feel loved again. So, you become more in tune with what the other person's needs are when you are emotionally connected. And you have to keep that communication going. You really do. You have to be consistent too. Your words have to match your actions. But if you, again, communication, right? You have to be able to keep those lines of communication open, because if you don't, if you think that you can just push it aside, your relationship will deteriorate over time. It really will. You have to face your problems as they arise in your relationship. Again, pushing them away, and thinking that you can deal with them later does not work. No, it makes it worse. Every minute, every day that goes by and you don't face your problems together, then you're that much closer to dissolving your relationship for good. That's what happens. It destroys your relationship. So keeping those lines of communication open, so important, and working through your problems, right? So that's, every emotion you have in the relationship, whether it's sadness, whether it's confusion, whether it's anger, whatever, you have to bring it to your partner in a healthy way. Always be respectful all the time, right? Respect is important. And in that factor, though, when you're sharing all your emotions as well. So you have to, and then you have to really listen. You have to become a good listener to your partner and work through it. Like I said, validate those feelings that you have. That then you feel heard, right? You feel important to your partner, that your feelings are important, and they are. Yeah. So that's really important. And then you'll have more fun together because you're friends and you're so close, and then you can go on every adventure in the world that you want to, right? And also, it was something else. What is that? Oh, I do this all the time. It's late though. Yeah. It's just really important. It's just so important. It's so important, actually, that sure, you can have two people in a relationship that are not emotionally available for each other, and it will work for a while, but there's no foundation there, right? So eventually it becomes really toxic, and then there's no respect, there's no trust, and then you hurt each other, resentment builds in again there, and that's how everything just falls apart, right? So it doesn't work. It's not only better, it's necessary if you want to have your relationship long term, to last a lifetime. Yeah, it's necessary that you connect at an emotional level. Yeah. So, what happens, right? So when I didn't have that, what happened? Well, it caused, when my partner wasn't emotionally open and vulnerable with me, and I was, then it again, totally communication breakdown, done, right? Nothing. So I felt misunderstood. I felt that I didn't feel loved. I didn't feel important. I didn't feel, my feelings. I felt awkward. I just felt awkward. I felt so uncomfortable in the relationship. I couldn't be myself. I felt judged. That's another thing. Then all these insecurities come in, and yeah, it just causes so much stress, so much pain, so much heartache. And it was making me, it does, once you feel so much stress like that, over time, that does make you feel sick, right? It does. It literally makes you feel ill. So it just, you can't expect it to work at all that way. But and then if you're able to communicate, right, and you're able to share with each other, then you're able to forgive each other as well. So see how important that is? And again, I think I might have already said that, I'm not sure. But if you're not able to, again, you're so much easier just to walk away. So you have to keep those lines of communication open all the time. You have to make time for each other. You have to prioritize each other and your feelings, their feelings. Yeah. So yeah, for me, what it does is, what I'm feeling is all these emotions that I wasn't able to express, I couldn't express it. So that I have them all bottled up, right? And that causes for me a lot of anxiety, and depression sets in too, right? So it's so bad. It's so unhealthy. You just have to be able to do it. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it with that. And I'm not going to give up. And I hope that you all, well, I know we don't all have it, but I know a lot of us do. And again, that's so wonderful, because that's the most beautiful love you can ever experience. If you can have that love, it's actually where you'll find your most happiness in life. And your, again, fulfillment. You'll feel fulfilled, your happiness, and then you can bring in so much more growth and abundance in your life. If you don't have to stress about your partner because because of not being able to be connected to them and not having that emotional bond, then you can focus on your life and your goals, and then you can again, achieve and accomplish so much more in your life together. You can do that. You can have a really abundant life, live out your dreams, right? That's when you can make life happen together as a couple, when you don't have to worry about all that, when you're not under that stress anyways. So yes, anyway, I know we can all have it. Don't give up, and I'm not going to, and you shouldn't either, because you deserve it. And we can all have it. We really can. It's out there. And we can make it happen if we want. If you have two people, again, I have to be two people that both want it and that have to do the work, or else it doesn't work. Doesn't. So yeah. So I think with that, I will leave you tonight. And I love you all so very much. Have a wonderful night. And I'm sending you all my love, all my light. All right.